mainly solely on Ethereum. Doesn't matter as long as it's interoperable with the other big blockchain boys. That's what we're going to talk about today. But remember, this stream is only for the sexy looking people.
This dance ain't for everybody. Only the sexy people.
Thank you so much, Crypto Stan. Thank you, Kitty and Shahid. I'm in my soul, brother. And Galileo. Galileo is also here. Good to see all of you. But we got lots of things to do, and we got to move on because today we're going to do a quickie. First, I thought, I got no new news for you. So if I don't have any new news, it's not worth talking about old news, right? Anyway, we're going to start, and I think it goes... So we're going to talk about a little bit again about the administrative point of the future of finance. But it is important. It is so important. Tomorrow, we're going to make an update about cryptocurrency portfolio, because, I mean, there are a lot of sexy looking coins out there, even beyond minus 80%. So today it's going to be a little bit of a regulation. We got to go through it. We got to get through it together. A quickie. That's what we do Thursday night. Anyway, we need to start, and I think it goes a little something like this. I want to welcome you to Crypto Never Sleeps. In case you're new to this channel and you want to stay on top of the crypto world, well then please hit like, smash, subscribe so that you can be notified every time we upload new videos, so that you can, this is important to me, protect your wealth, preserve your wealth, and ultimately increase your wealth. My name is Nico Arachi, and I am the host of this little show. So enough of all these transitions. That's too much. Anyway, first things first, we've got to go and have a look at the level of market manipulation. And we also need me here, right? We need me here down in the corner. Very little, only see my face. Anyway, we're seeing a good day. Right? I mean, we're seeing Bitcoin up 6.06%, 21,638. Not bad. I've got Ethereum up at 6.61%. I mean, they go like my twin boys, right? Even if we look at the chart here, we can see how they go in tandem. Of course, we're looking at the 15-minute charts so that we really can view how all this correlate. Got Cardano at 74 cents. I mean, that doesn't seem like up 3.4% yet, because I remember Cardano at 45, not moving a lot. Polkadot at $7.26. I do have to say, however, you know me, technical analysis is not my forte, but look at this, right? We've been talking about this for a while. So what we're looking at here, we're looking at Bitcoin weekly with the 7-day moving average. Now, could it be more simple? No, I don't think so. I really don't think so. But, we've been doing this for a while, and I still believe we're going to go, maybe, I don't know if we're going to go all the way up and do kissy, but it could be possible that we might. I mean, it's Thursday, yeah, I don't know. But maybe next week go up. We are going to see again a little kissy like we saw here, and probably going to continue our downwards trend. The trend is your friend. Now, we've been going down for a while, and I still believe we're going to hit down to the 12,000. It might be quick. I still, however, think that in the next 6 months, I do believe 2023 is going to be the year we're going to take off. But remember, it can always change, and that is why we average in. Let's look at Ethereum. I also like to look at... we're going to talk a little bit about Aave today. Great news for Aave. New news for Aave, and that's worth something, right? Look at Ethereum also, because it also moves a little bit... See, here we have the same, right? It's also the same. Doesn't come as close to the 7-day moving average, but obviously moves in tandem with Bitcoin. Remember, if you want to go in and you want to learn something about how both Ethereum or Bitcoin, how they trade on a minute, and you want to go in and really understand who provides liquidity for the market and why, the trend is your friend, and try to identify signals, I can only tell you that everything you have learned until now is wrong. What you need to understand is who is really making the market, providing liquidity, because it works like one big casino. And that is why I believe, for me, it's better to be a long-term investor. But if you want to understand the short short-term, let's say, magic behind these charts, you should go and visit Tino. He is really the number one YouTube channel when it comes to technical, the only one, I would say.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a conversation. Mad love and respect to every single one of you beautiful people.
And now let's just have a look. So what are we seeing here? We're seeing still 940. We are not at 1 trillion market cap yet. I just want to go through them quickly because, you know, I still think that this is a, you know, this is a, what they call a dead cat bounce, right? We are, you know, some investors, they might believe, oh, everything is going to go up and it's lovely, but don't underestimate the trend of the downtrend. Exactly. But there are, you know, we're seeing, it's always good to see green, and the sad truth of this is that these little, let's say, dead cat bounces or bear traps actually attract a lot of investors to put in more money. And of course, I still believe averaging in is the only way. It's the only way, because don't get, you know, this might not be the end of the bear trend. So I'm going to go in here in the watch list, because on our watch list, we got to continue here. Log in. Very good. No, not continue. You see, this is, I mean, exactly when things, they are not, you know, we set it up every time before we start, and then still something doesn't really work. Sorry for that, guys. Here we go. Now we also have to do a little quiz here, and you know, all of this high security here. Thank God. Now we can get to the watch list. And remember, tomorrow we're going to do cryptocurrency portfolio update, because there are a lot of good projects that are really undervalued, let's say, very low. I just wanted to scroll through, because there were a few coins here that we could see that have really been pumping today. Now everything about 4, 6, 9%, but there were a few. Let me just check here. And remember, everything I say and do in this channel is not financial advice. Remember that. You do your own research, right? There we go. So we got Parsec up 38%. Very impressive. I think, what else do we have? No. So there were a few, I thought I saw them with a 20-30%. But anyway, across the board, good upside. That's nice to see. But don't be surprised if this is not gonna last long. It is important to understand, however, the long-term trend when it comes to crypto. Now let's go and have a chat. Here we are. So it's good to see Gedi nix an. 100%. Salfordian, how are you, my friend? Smash the likes, please do us a favor. Chaka coin, here we go. Go. You know, actually, Ivan on Tech, he said he was going to do his good morning crypto sometimes, and then it didn't really. I would love him to come back. He was fun. Okay, so let's see. What's up? Alles vielen Dank für das Video. $10,000 investment. Yeah, I also want to say, you guys, we made a stream $10,000 investment, and I made that. And there were a few that was, you know, you can never please everybody, right? I mean, we can't even please Kitty every time. But the thing is, I chose particularly to choose some of the more, let's say, blue chip coins, some of the coins that I truly, really believe will remain market leaders of tomorrow. Because I do think we're going to see a change. You see, every time after a bear market that we are currently seeing, we are seeing some kind of cleansing, right? So we are seeing some of the bad apples, they won't really be around tomorrow. And that is why I think when we can buy top quality coins between 60 to 90% discount from the all-time highs, why would we want to speculate with a shit coin that, what? I mean, how much more down can it be, right? So I really think it's a good time to enter and get in the quality over quantity coins. Okay, so let's move on. John Mitchum, how are you? I was considering Store J myself, especially with the storage needs that will come. Hey, John, you're absolutely right. Storage on the blockchain is going to, decentralized storage is going to be the most needed thing. And we're going to talk about mass adoption. So let's get into the news. We got news today. Not a lot of news, but some news. And here we are with the screen where there's no news. So let me just try here. I hope you have patience with me because there we go. Now we got news. I still want to point out, I've done this now on the last, and I'm going to keep doing that. Remember, here we're looking at Bitcoin's historical corrections. We're just going back to the previous ones from November 2013. We saw the high of 1,163, and then in January 2015, 14 months later, we saw a low. Now, from December 2017, we saw a high of almost 20,000. 14 months later, in January 2019, we saw a low of 3,220. The first one was 86% from its all-time high. The second one, as we can see here, 83. And the third one, where I believe, where we are now, right? We saw a high of 64,000. This is based on Glassnode. So we saw a high in October 2021. We are now currently 9 months later. Now we saw the current low was in June, but I still believe we got a few more months to go. I think we're going to touch the 80%. I think we got more time, and that will also be in line with the 12,000. So here we go. We got that from Glassnode. I'll keep you updated on that. Now, what are we also going to talk? CBDC, central bank digital currency. It is a boring thing to talk about, but man, is that taking off. And that is actually the primary news of today. Now, we all believed when we entered the blockchain space, right? We believed in decentralization. We believed in permissionless, in censorship resistant. We believed in all those goodies, right? Now we all know that was a big joke, right? That's not that. We know that was a big joke now. So, but that's, oh, I just need a mama moment here. So now that we have come to terms with that, it would be good if we have a decentralized economy, a decentralized financial system. But if we can't get that today, what are we here for? We're here to make money, right? So we have to go with the flow. We have to go with the trend. And what we're looking at the world map of countries developing their CBDCs. And it's actually funny, talking a lot about Ukraine. You can see Ukraine up here on the top, right? In big war. But Ukraine is very much ahead of the CBDC curve. Actually, in fact, when we were having here those ugly, cronies, vaccinations, they already got the dab on the blockchain. And the CBDC is just a matter of time, and they're doing that with Stellar, by the way. Now, I wanted to take you, so when it comes to CBDC, because we got new news, no old news. And they are that, boom, the U.S. Department of the Treasury, let's just put this here on me. Maybe this looks better here. You can see so much, but now I'm down here in the corner. The U.S. Department of the Treasury, they actually launched or came out today, published a fact sheet framework for international engagement on digital assets. Now, I'm not gonna go through it all because it's a little bit boring. But I just wanted to highlight just a few things because I said I want to take you through this value chain that ends with Ethereum. So anyway, they came out today, and it's not even so extensive. So I think you should read it, and I will copy. I'll share it here in the chit chat, in case you wanna read it for yourself. It is, I would say, they don't really write anything new. In fact, I love it what they're writing. Here's a little. So, the framework is guided by the principal policy objectives of the United States. They want to protect consumers, investors, and businesses in the United States and globally. It's not enough in the US. Everybody needs to be protected. and by promoting technology and regulatory standards that reflect the U.S. values. Now, I love the U.S., right? I even went to middle school there, back in the day. But I think sometimes the politicians, they're a little bit off track, right? U.S. values, now we don't know if a man is a man or a woman is a woman, right? I mean, that's a real value. I think U.S. should go back to the core values. And I don't know if they really need to protect everybody in the world. Anyway, so second thing is protect US and global financial stability and mitigate systemic risk. All sounds very good. Mitigate finance and national security risk. I will move on. I mean, you get it, right? At least here they're honest. Reinforce US leadership in the global financial system and in technology and economic competitiveness. So at least here, they're honest here. I gotta give them that, yeah. And then promote safe and affordable financial services. I mean, yada, yada, yada. But what is important beyond that, I thought what you also have to pay attention to is, some of those fine groups that they're working with. So, for example, the US government has been an active participant in international engagement on digital asset issuance. For example, as president of the Financial Action Task Force. Now, they're important, right? The Financial Action Task Force, the FATF. Because what they are doing is that they are implementing, basically, they are implementing international standards on digital assets, which is what we have to keep an eye out for, right? And there you can see, during its 2020 G7 presidency, the United States established the G7 Digital Payments Experts Group to discuss CBDCs, stablecoins, and other digital payment issues. So, they have already been on this, but what is more important is who have they actually been working with. And let's just scroll down because, otherwise we're going to lose a lot of time with this. It is interesting, I have to say. Another board we have to watch out for is the Financial Stability Board, right? Which, what are they doing? They're together with the international standard setting bodies is leading work on issues related to stablecoins, other international dimensions of digital assets and payments, and cross-border payments. So, let me just see. It is so fresh news that I wasn't really able to pick it out. But I know what is important. Of course, the G7, they're going to work with the G7. That used to be G8, but Russia is not there anymore. And they are here. I want to go here. Let me just this. So again, all these boards, the Financial Stability Board, the Financial Action Task Force. But there's one thing that is very important that will take me to the promised land. And if I can't find it. Here we go. So other standard setting bodies, right? So let me see here. Standard setting down here. For example, US financial oversight authorities work through international SSBs to review and appropriate update existing guidance, standards, and principles for the regulation and supervision of digital assets for the activities that fall under their purview. And here, the Federal Reserve Board, this is important. Let's put it up here. The Federal Reserve Board, FRB, also participates in forums for central banks at the Bank of International Settlement on the topics of CBDCs and other developments in payments. Now, this is important. Also, in 2021, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York also launched the New York Innovation Center, a strategic partnership with the BIS Innovation Hub. Right? So, in case you do not know what the BIS is, well, the BIS is the mother of all, it's the central bank mother of all central banks, right? And as you probably know, it is being run by Mr. August, right? He's a sleepy motherfucker. No, I shouldn't say that. Anyway, so if we go in, so now that we know that, right, the US Department of the Treasury, they came out with a fact sheet, and by the way, an important message, we can do this. Find COVID-19 vaccines near you. Visit vaccines.gov, just in case you don't know that. So when we go in here to the Bank for International Settlements, you just have to go in there and you can type in CBDCs, and you will see that it will lead you to lots of projects. Now, for example, Project Euro, which is cross-border settlement using wholesale CBDC. You can then, this one also, Project Dunbar, which is international settlements using multi-CBDCs. And the third one, which is, I can't even say that, Ethanon Lion Rock. to bridge building a multi-CBDC platform for international payments. And then this is from the BIS Innovation Hub Hong Kong Center, and they have these BIS Innovation Hubs, like 6 places in the world, where they're basically working with all the major financial centers of, countries in order to develop a cross-border interoperable CBDC. And now I hope I'm going to take you to one of the co-founders' companies. Now remember, for Ethereum, there were four founders, right? 4 co-founders. There were, obviously we all know, what's his name, Vitalik. Then there was Robin Hood from Polkadot, Gavin Wood. And then we got Charles Hoskinson. But then, and he is for me the most important, that is Joseph Lubin. And Joseph Lubin, he set up the company which is called Consensus. Let's go in here. And when you go in on the Consensus website, and let me also share that with you guys, because then the whole story comes together. You will understand that crypto is here to stay. Centralized or decentralized, everything's going to be on the blockchain. So when you go in on Consensus, and you can just put in CBDC, or you can put CBDC projects, and then you will see, for example, that, here you can see Consensus selected by Hong Kong Monetary Authority to lead phase 2 of project, here we go, Internon Lion Rock. And remember, keep up with Ethereum. And remember, we went back here to BIS, and here we have also the Ethernon Lion Rock. Now, I've been talking a lot about all the projects. I wanted to point it out. You can see there are many CBDC projects when it comes, they've been launched from the Bank of International Settlements. And so far, what I've been able to gather is that they are all on Ethereum. And here you can see their innovation hub centers: Hong Kong, London, Singapore, Nordic, Switzerland. And don't forget, Switzerland is also the home of basically the Ethereum Foundation. So it seems to me that everything is going to be on Ethereum, and I want you to do your own research. But all the BIS projects of the CBDC, initial projects are actually launched or in cooperation with Consensus. Another thing I want to show you here, when you go into Consensus, and this is really where I think that we got a lot of top projects that you should also look at. I've also mentioned it before, so if you've been here before, you know exactly. You should go in and you should look at, let me just find it here 1 second. You go in and look at the Consensus portfolio. This is really something important. Consensus Mesh. Because if we really truly believe that Consensus together, of course, because they work together with the Quorum blockchain, which is the permission blockchain. It's a permission version on Ethereum launched by JP Morgan. So if we believe that Consensus and JP Morgan and the Bank for International Settlements and the CBDCs, they're all, launching something good for humanity, well, why don't you go in and look at Consensus Mesh? Because here, they say new site. Click here to see the old site. Because here you can go in and you can look at the portfolio. And you can find a lot of sexy looking projects. Some of them already launched, some of them not. Like, for example, you can see here, there's a whole, a lot of them. Now, this is real, I would say this is real good stuff, what I'm telling you, because not everybody will walk you through this value chain. That's just why I'm number one, because I just read and you can find it all public. Anyway, for example, you can see Compound is there, right? There are a lot of BlockFi. There are a lot of these that haven't, launched a coin yet, and some of them have. Genosis, for example, right, is also very good. And so I hope this was not too much. Go in, look, Optimism, right? Also. And don't forget, MetaMask is also part of Consensus. Scale Network. Virtue Poker, that's what I told you. You gotta look at that poker game. Okay, that's it. Next, I wanna just one more piece of news, and then we're done. I wanted to point out two things today. This is also important. Virginia County Fairfax commits $35 million to Van Eck Crypto Lending Fund. So why is this important? This is because the Virginia County Fairfax is, as far as I understand, they're allocating funds from 2 retirement systems in a variety of cryptocurrency-focused investment avenues. And this is something new, right? That's not every day that you get a county to invest or commit into crypto. So I think it's only a matter of time until a lot other pension funds are going to follow. And once we see that, that is really when we're going to see Bitcoin hitting 100,000. Other piece of news, or the last piece of news I want to share with you guys, is MakerDAO is voting on a proposal that will bring a traditional bank into its ecosystem for the first time, allowing the bank to borrow against its assets using decentralized finance. The proposal involves creating a vault with 100 million DAI for Humpty Dumpty Valley Bank as a part of a new collateral type in the Maker protocol. Now, if you know me, you know that I believe in the big lending protocols. Maker, Compound, Curve, Synthetics. I believe they have great future. So look at Maker. You know, that's not bad. Maker is currently trading 84% down from its all-time high. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think that's a bad thing at all. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say for today. So let's see if anybody wants to chat before we rest in peace. Chocker Coin. Did you just say you can learn stuff by reading? That's true. What do you read? Let me know. Mark's like, what do you say? Marshall, how are you doing? Good to see you. What's new in crypto? Are we going to see this bear market low in this year? I believe so. And Niranjan, I did point it out in the beginning here. I'll show you again. I do believe that, you know, if we're looking at the Bitcoin's historical corrections, we're only going back on to 2013. You know, 13 to 15, it was 14 months, 17 to 19, 13 to 14 months. And right now we are in the 10th month since we hit 64,000 in October 2021. So I believe that the 12,000 would be around the 80% drawdown. And I still think we could take another few months, because I truly believe that 2023 is going to be the year of the Web 3.0. Okay, there we go, Galileo. I'm interested in your opinion on Infinity, EFI, the Parachain, and Polkadot. You left it out on Polkadot video. I also bet on Algo, why cheap and hated. No, I think it's good if we have an Infinity is Infinity is good. Actually, you know what? Since I was also on vacation 3 weeks and so on, I really took a vacation off the crypto market. So the reason why I don't want to say anything is because sometimes in 3 weeks, things change. I want to look at it, and you know what? I will make an Infinity video maybe tomorrow or the day after, just for you. Because, you know, that's the thing. Sharing is caring, and I actually, by doing these videos, I also get on top of the crypto market. So, good to see you, Jared. Good to see you. Crypto Walla. This will be the year of Cardano. I believe that Cardano is, or Cardano. Now I also get confused. Cardano. Yeah, I also believe, big hopes for Cardano and Africa. I think that Cardano is going to overtake the African market. I really do believe, and I think everything will be good there. There's one little problem we got here I forgot to mention, and that is that Russia is going to reduce its gas exports to Europe. You see, on the 11th, I think, from the 11th and a few days, the Nord Stream pipeline is going to have some service done, some maintenance service. So there are some rumors. What do I know? But that it could be that Russia has really decided to lower their gas exports to Europe. Now let's see. Obviously, this could have huge impacts, very huge impacts. But let's see what's going on. Just keep an eye on that, right? And that's important. Besides that, I wish you well. And oh yeah, Galileo, if you need any questions, I have lots of insight. Well, that's good. That is good. That is good. Well, let me just think. If you should hit me up on Telegram. Everybody should hit us up on Telegram. And if you got some insights and know, then that's always important. Actually, the cryptocurrency industry is yet still so little, and especially the Polkadot ecosystem. I have big faith or hope in the Polkadot ecosystem. I mean, I love the Polkadot ecosystem, and lots of coins in the right pocket and in the left pocket and in the back pocket, parked in the Polkadot, in the dots, and we will hope they will connect. But I have a very good feeling about it. Norway is an alternative. There you're right. Norway is always an alternative, and that could be right. Yeah, now we're talking about gas and not the dots. Yeah, I saw also that Norway will. Let's just hope that all this geopolitical things will come to an ease, and let's see where it's going to take us. Anyway, guys, I've taken a lot of your time. I thank you so much for being here. In case it brought you any kind of value, well, then you know what to do. Give me a like and a hit and a smile, and you enjoy yourself. And tomorrow we're going to do some portfolio hanky-panky, and that's about it. Take care. Thank you so much for being here. And remember, you are a lion.